Well, welcome back, everybody. We are here in Los Triplet Bay. We are on the bus, but today, when we are nearing 200,000 folks in the city after struggling through climate change, pandemics, and everything else in the lost city of Devonport in our previous series, this town is now thriving, it's growing, but the one thing that they haven't done is reach for the stars, and apparently our traffic is suffering a bit. We got people moving throughout the city, and we're going to try to focus that in our next couple episodes here in City Skylines to try to resolve some of the clutter. So definitely hats off to them to basically join us and to get everything that we want out of this. But it will be okay. I swear. It's gonna be alright. So let's take a look at the situations and the problems we have here in the city, so that we can actually kind of root out, like, what we need to do. Because here we are just enjoying the beautiful sunrise, sunset, whatever's going on here in the town. And the first thing you're going to notice is that we have a lot of ship traffic going from point A to point B. Same with these guys. We're going to probably have to figure out a way to make these folks go in different routes. But right now, it looks like we don't have that many problems with air traffic. Especially over here, we don't have a lot of problems with air traffic at all. But when you come over here, there seems to be a swarm. Yeah, I think that's the correct term. A swarm of aircraft over here. It's just completely... It's like, geez, how do I fix this? Do I just, like, get rid of them or something? I mean, like, we get trains and stuff that come and go. We got all of these goods and services. They're producing us tons of money. Does this mean I just need to build another airport? Honestly, I don't know. But we're going to try to figuring something out. And if you remember in our last episode, we tried to figure out about our industry, space planning and everything else, and to try to build on that, we're going to come over here and we're going to put in 2 cargo airports, and we're going to get them set up over here so that each of these guys have their own little airport. Now, because there's not a lot of room to put just a regular cargo airport on this side and this side, I think the best thing that I can do is drop them right on these main roads on each side over here so it has kind of a fair shot. I was thinking about making like individual roads over here, but I think honestly when you take a look at things here, maybe it will fit. Maybe it won't. Maybe we need to destroy some things. But we know that this one does fit over here. So first things first, let's make it fit. And we'll get rid of the power line. Pause it real quick, because I think I just disconnected power. I did. So we'll get these guys pretty much reconnected. There we go. Play it again. And see if we saved it. Yes. Okay. Alright, so back to the airport. We're going to pause the game once again. It says the slope is too steep. Ooh, that might not work. Let's see if I can build a little road here. Get the little dirt road for now. Just drop one in right here. Let's see. Slope too steep. Actually, if we just turn on anarchy, that makes it work. How about that? Alright, let's see if I can bring it in we'll make it... Let's try to get some precision into this. We'll line it up with that one. I know y'all are gonna be so unhappy, but hey, it'll be alright. So we got 2 airports here, both cargo. This is gonna be Vermont Air. And this is gonna be basically Fairview Air. And we'll see how these affect some of our industry. And the only thing that's really gonna suck is probably these buildings here. But the cool thing is maybe I can just kind of not worry about it. You know, they'll just fly around wherever they are. But no need to think about building this big road here anymore. We'll put this back into play. We'll speed it up. And we'll let that continue to grow as our town goes into 200,000. Now, if we're going to be building a way for folks to get into space while that's going, we need to find a nice little place on the map for this. It looks like we do have a lot of great options here. We've got this little pit over here. We got plenty of room over here, got room up here, but look at all these planes. I don't really want them to, you know, wait, let's see where this plane goes. Oh yeah, that detour, so that's going to kind of keep this area clear. We do have a ramp for them to go all the way around. Okay, maybe this is a good spot for this. Let's see, is it... Okay, it's level like these, and it looks like someone's having fun at a toga party. Yeah, y'all are having fun. Even our IT guys are having lots of fun. I mean, look at all these tech guys. They're just doing great. To compare it, it's just like the boom. You know, there's nobody living here, but there's 1,700 plus workers here. Alright, so mind, you know, mental health issues here, but yeah, this is gonna be interesting. I think we found a great place for this. Let's check the airport transit lines. Okay, we are in the clear, because normally the rocket goes up and over all of this. So yeah, this is going to be a good place for this to come in. So let's grab a nice 4-lane road. We're going to... Yeah, let's work our way down this time. And bend it around. There we go. And we'll make that a little bit tighter. Bring it in. And there we go. Okay, so that gets them connected in like so. And for some odd reason, they just want to take the long way around. Whatever. Alright, let's see. We got... Ooh, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 little areas. Okay, we got... This is a 2-lane road, so we can break... Let's make it interesting. Got 4 lanes here. Break them off. Break you off. And then we'll make little 2-lane roads. For folks to kind of have some goods and services around these areas. Alright. That will work there. And we'll bring you guys over to here. Alright. Nice little launch pad we'll find somewhere for all of these guys to go, because this is going to be kind of like a commercial area, pretty much. And let's just circle this around here. Zoom around. There you go. Bring you all the way down over here. We'll cut you into over here and bring you down. Get you connected there. Bring you over here and straight across. And bring you in straight across so it looks different. Okay, let's take a look. Now let's find a place for... Is it here? Or... No, wait, it's in here. Oh wow, this is a big mamma jamma. Alright, so looks like we're going to... Yeah, let's put this guy over here. So that we can actually have folks drive around and see exactly what it looks like. Okay, alright. Now let's go into here. Got space, space, space. Space needle. Yeah, we can bring you in. Set you up. And space launch vehicle. Set you up over here. Alright, so now we have two different types of space launch activities going on over here. Now, one of the things that we should probably do is we're going to change the ground of all of this to something that probably shouldn't catch on fire. So let's get our little surface tool and let's paint. Whoa! 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 There we go. That works out a lot better than what I expected it to be. We're going to rebox this in. And we'll have to use our smaller tool in order to kind of fix that. Alright, but first let's get it all kind of brushed in. We'll do all the detailing later. But we'll get these guys pretty much... Oh yeah, that's matching. Okay. And these guys are launching. And yes, when preparations are done, you'll launch. Okay. Alright, so let's cut the brush in half again. And we're going to clear some detail work out of here. One of the things that we should probably do is fence most of this area off. Just so that we can actually make it kind of inaccessible to the people. There we go. Around and around and around we go. Too easy. And while we're here, let's make some green power, I guess, is the correct term. And we will solarize it. Let's see. I'm gonna put a solar tower here and a solar tower there. And then, yeah, that should allow folks to be solarized. There we are, they got power. We'll put one here, put one here. Just so that when you come into this area, it looks like, yeah, these people know what they're doing. They're big into solar. Okay, and then we'll just bring a little power line right down here. And that will help them out. And then these guys should start doing all their wonderful fun things. Alright, back to surface painting. And get our little detail work figured out here. If we have to, we'll get the smaller single brush. And we'll come back into these areas. Because we definitely want to try to get this area as quickly as can be set up. And one of the ways we're going to do that is on the outskirts of this perimeter. Looks like we definitely have some residential demand. So just like what's going on in other areas where spaceports are, we do have folks that live in the community. We'll make a nice like office commercial area over here and put in some goods and services for police and fire over here, so people aren't like, you know, left out, you know, but they'll be part of the community. All right, let's cut this in half and then go to town. I'm not trying to make it perfect, I'm not a genius, but we'll do what we can with a mouse and trackball. Not like a super gamer with super high click-through rates. But we're gonna make it look better. Make it somewhat uniform. If anything, we'll say, you know, maybe the Chinese built this. Tofu construction. Yay. Alright, there you go. There we are. And let's get a fence around here. Let's pick a fence. We have park fence? No. Amusement fence? No. We got the zoo fence. That looks nice. And we have, ooh, you know what? The zoo fence looks very, very promising here. So with that, we're just going to bring it on. Let's zoom it around here. There you go. Follow these roads. And we'll be good to go. Got a nice little area for these folks to go, so that they can safely stay out of the launch blast radius. And we'll put some of the little lookout towers. We may even put a walkway through here. Maybe we should turn this into a park. Ooh, I like that. Alright, that's maybe something that we can do. Create like a little back gate area over here. So let's keep this open. Alright, we'll make that maybe the main gate. Kind of like make that the little viewing area for them. Alright, and we'll use that zoo fence to kind of keep it nice and neat. There we go, bring you over. And there we go. And we'll put the other gate right in here, so that these folks actually kind of have like a place to go to that can come around. So yeah, this will kind of work out for us then. Alright, so we'll come into our little city park area. We will drop the main gate over here. Alright, and we will actually just redo that little bit of the fence. Get that connected to here. We'll redo this fence and get that connected to the front area. So it looks very, very uniform. And we'll go back into our little city park. We'll get our little side gates. Not in park area. Oh yeah. Probably need to make this the park. So let's grab you and make you bigger. Very easily done. And this will be like an amazing little area for these folks to come and enjoy themselves during a launch. Alright, now we can actually take the little park gates, throw them in, right on there. And do we have room for them to fit in here? We'll make it fit. And we do have room for them to fit right there. Alright, so back to our little zoo fence. We'll make sure that we bring them in. And we'll bring you in. There you go. We'll get y'all all cleared out. Well, actually, there you go. And bring you guys over, because we don't want anybody cutting through and hurting themselves. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna need to kind of re-arch this guy. Yep. And there you go. Alright, in and around like Flint. Okay, alright, let's check our power. Alright, that's fine by me. Let's see, those parks. City parks. We want this to be park path with trees, maybe? Ooh, okay, yeah, that will help us out, so then we can actually identify and label these areas as such, and we will bring you over here. And while we're at it, we'll drop one of these guys in over here. Actually, let's move you over by one and get our little zoo gate going again. And bring you in, like, right over there. Very easily done. Come back to over here. Bring you in to get connected there. And now people can sit back and watch these. And we're going to make sure that we get this kinda cleared. There you go. There we are. This will give all those photographers the story of a lifetime of everything that they've ever wanted. Okay, now it looks like we've lost our little gate here, so we can get that kind of fixed. Get that connected to there. Now it destroyed it again. Jeez. Don't want me to have a fence, huh? Alright. So it looks like we're gonna have to use our little move it tool. Bring you guys in a little bit. Maybe it won't destroy it. There you go, there you go, just like that. Just like that. And get you out of the little blast areas. These are going to be like the whole like VIP areas and stuff. That's going to be great for them to come on in and enjoy themselves. So we'll put all the little parks and restrooms over there. And I wonder if we can actually... Let's do this. We're going to create a little cross to get these guys from point A to point B. And then kind of like make this like a little plaza area for these folks. So, a little plaza area like we talked about. 1, come on, 2, 3. You can do this. 4. Okay, and it looks like we lost our little park area, but we'll anarchy it in. And we're going to relocate you to right there. Relocate you to right here. And relocate you a little bit tighter into there. Okay, now y'all say there is not enough electricity, but I don't believe y'all at all. We will get our little, what is this? Our cafe. You know what? Yeah, we'll make this our little launch cafe. Okay, we'll bring it over here. And when you want to go to the restroom, you'll come over here. And as far as the park information, let's bring them pretty much in over here. Kind of just put it in the catty corners of places. Get a nice little chessboard set up in these areas so that workers of these launch facilities have a place to go to. I'm not concerned about that. A little climbing frame for the kids. That would be great. Along with a little trampoline area. That'll be even better. We'll get the little gazebos set up over here for them as well. Very easily done. Alright, and we'll get them some power, and then later on we'll come in here and get all of the other silly stuff all set up. But for the first thing, look at this residential here. So let's go back over to Westview and Vermont from our previous episode and see what's going on. It looks like we caught a plane here at the cargo terminal for Fairview. It looks like they're having a wonderful time here. Looks like we got tons of adults here, not even level 2 for industry, even with a freaking airport. 1,500 for some folks. Fairview, 1,700 for some folks. I mean, like, industry level 4 is on its way to, you know, level 3. So to call this, finally, regardless of what you've said in your comments, Industry 4.0 is the way to go. You can continue to argue in this group of comments here, but we're going to put this back on level 1. We're at 207,000. Previously, we left off at 191,000. We're doing great. We're working on this little spaceport area. But unfortunately, we're also going to need to kind of make a district in here so that we don't get any high-rise buildings, I guess. Yeah, that's going to be what we need for these folks. So this is Aspen, the area of Aspen. So this is going to be Aspen Heights. Actually, we're just going to call it the Aspen Launch Center. There you go. You can wave at that. It'll be okay. All right, there you go. It's okay. Trust me. All right, we kind of know what we're doing around here. All right, so now we're going to grab our little paintbrush. We're going to get all of our little light residential here, but first, police, of course. Get them brought in here. Get our fire department brought in here. Wait, I thought I put down the police. There you go. Get our fire department put in here. This is going to be a active launch site. So we're definitely going to need some police towers around here. Well, you know, fire protection towers. And we'll get them scattered around here just to make sure that these folks are very well protected. And even these folks down here, we'll get them protected as well. Alright, so now into healthcare, I guess, to each their own, I guess. A little bit of healthcare will go a long way for these folks, especially for y'all over here. We'll even maybe give you a sauna, make you happy. Just don't bother me. Alright, here we go. Bringing in the residential. Too easy. Alright, these guys will surely grow into this beautiful launch site over here and enjoy themselves. Now the only thing I haven't done is put a gate in over there, and that's just because we have this beautiful main gate over here. So with that, that will work out. Maybe one of the things I could do is put some of that beautiful little beach area over there. Alright, so here we are. Looks like we need to throw in another road over here. Just to get these guys kind of into the mix of things. There you go. And we'll give these guys some thick commercial on the main road here. And some light office coming up. There's our offices. And before we start building anything else, one of the things that we definitely need to do is come into here, click on our beautiful little policy, come over here, click on high-rise band, click on high-tech housing, big business, and everything else. Maybe we'll do a series on that. Let's see. Policies. Alright, those are turned on and we're good to go. Alright. Now one of the things we will do, because we have a lot of people that are going to be working over here, we definitely need to make sure that these guys have some nice thick residential accessibilities. So one of the things we will also do to make sure that these folks get properly educated, there you go, proper terminologies. Alright, and we'll get the Phoenix High School in here, one of my favorites. And looks like we need a lot more demand for these guys, so we'll drop them in. Very easily done. These guys will be happy. Let's go ahead, throw in a park before anything else comes in. And says other things, so let's see, tropical garden. Alright, that should make these people very, very happy. And we got those little guys set up over there. Let's drop one in over here for these workers. And we have room for you right over there as well. Alright, so back to our nice other commercial residentials. This will be all dense residential. And we'll watch them grow into this launch facility, as they will get plenty of happiness into this community here. And to kind of balance them out, there you go. How about this? We're going to clear this out. And we'll throw some offices in. Right over here. Oh, not what I wanted. You click on this. Alright, do you know what? We'll leave that there. And then we'll make some industry right here. Okay. So this will all work out and people will come and get things developed. It looks like we're having power issues because they're not fully connected. But is that my problem or is it their problem? I think that is the case. It is their problem. Now, one of the things that I could do with our little park area is basically come in here to the community and maybe drop in another gazebo over here, another one over there, grab some more, and wow, oh my gosh, magically just kind of connected some things, I guess. Alright. Got some workplace development. And the cool thing is that residents will easily request these gazebos, make us some money, and because this is going to be an a la carte type place, there you go. And we'll make sure that they celebrate. We'll give them some night tours. There you go. Now, I don't know if, like, fireworks is a good thing for, you know, a place that has lots of liquid oxygen, kerosene, or, you know, I think people will be far enough away from that stuff not to blow up the entire area, but I don't know. We'll figure that out together, won't we? Alright, I did leave this alone, but we're going to try to get ourselves a little tiny road all the way down here. And let's go back into these guys. Tourism and leisure. Here we go. Got a nice big finger pier out here. There you go. And drop these guys off over there. Okay, and we'll get the little tiny road. Machine connected there. Looks like y'all are good to go. And y'all are gonna need some power. And we will drop you off right here and here. Hopefully that provides enough power for these folks to come on down and enjoy themselves. Check on our healthcare, not concerned about way down there. Police, not that concerned. But yeah, I think we should be concerned. So let's throw in some police over here. Fire. Yeah, they're doing great. Let's see. Healthcare. They're doing alright, I guess. Yeah, they'll be fine. We'll throw you in over here just as another little clinic. Easily done. And let's bring in some more residents. Just to increase property values. And bring you all the way down over here. We're going to leave some of this open just so that we can get some light commercial down there at the tip. Just the tip. Same with over here. And let's clear these guys out right here. We'll put an office right here. Clear you out. Fill you in. Clear you out. And we'll make you commercial, make you thick commercial, then we'll clear you out and make you light there. Okay, too easy. At least bring some more folks into the area. Now apparently we're losing money again. I don't know how, I don't know why, but it'll be alright. We got this area, it's growing. Aspen Launch Center. Alright, it's doing alright. So let's go check on our crazy air traffic. See if that's died down any. It honestly hasn't. So we still need a solution for this circle jerk of air traffic here. And putting in 2 cargo air terminals over here really didn't help. Let's see. You're going in from out of town, everything else. I think one of the things that we may have to do is go to our outside connections and see how many of these are just dummy traffic. I think if we reduce dummy traffic again, it'll be alright. So let's take a look. Oh my gosh. We're gonna make that dummy traffic 1. Let's go to the next plane. Change that to 1. Alright, next plane. Change that to 1. And next one is 1. And any more planes? Looks like we will reduce that road from 1,000 to 10. Just, I hate dummy traffic. Like, jeez. Don't need dummy traffic. And it looks like we have a building on fire. But when you take a look at this, we are importing a crap load of mail. We got still, even with this huge farm of Olive and Darden, we are requiring a lot of, you know, agriculture products. So we may have to create another industry area for farming and or to bring those numbers down. Well, when you take a look at all of the goods and services that we're exporting, the top 2 is wood and oil, followed by, you know, agriculture and ore. So I think, you know, besides mail, we're even exporting tons of fish. So with that, I think we're going to have to focus on a new ore industry here in the future. But yeah, we'll see about if those outside connections fix this dummy traffic here and clear this out, because like these guys are going from point A to point B. That is completely fine, but we really need to just, you know, get rid of all this other dummy traffic. So as our air and space continues to grow, we're going to cut it short here as these guys continue to grow. But let's go take a look at this fire. I mean, like, is it going out at all? Oh yeah, fire department's on it. Apparently we have some trees in the road. We're gonna have to clear those out. So, no trees in the road anymore. Alright, that was probably my mistake when we were upgrading everything from dirt roads. So it looks like we have another magical tree in the road over here. Okay. Alright. Let's see if it's because if all of this air traffic is because I have these industries over here. Let's see. Yeah, I haven't built them all, but it probably is because of those industries. Um, I do have some more to build, but even here, I think without constant goods and services or warehouses over here, I think we're gonna have to set that up here and find another way to get these goods and services out of here, because even with the train, let's see where this train came from. Okay, it's going to a cargo terminal, but we don't know what the name of the cargo terminal is. Let's continue to try to see where these folks are going. Oh my gosh. Alright, so yeah, let's North 1, and we're gonna call this North 2. Okay. Alright. I'm not going to worry about switching any spawning points at this time. But let's see about our goods and services. Plenty of flour, plenty of uniques, plenty of glass, metals, papers are good. Plain timber's good. And tons of commercial goods and services. Okay. So I think we're going to have to put in some warehouses over here just to try to keep our production up and going. So let's find a area to do that, and let's get the small ones so we don't have like tons of traffic coming in and around here, and we want it to kind of be like spread out on these roads here, so we're just going to even them out and get rid of the anarchy so we don't overlap anybody. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're gonna make animal, flour, paper, plain timber, petroleum, plastics, glass, metals. Alright, and well, we don't have any commercial goods over here, but we do have a big need for unique factory goods. So in order to make this successful, we're going to drop this in, so that is pretty much kind of a distribution point for these guys. Okay, so with this, we are getting more of them on the ground now. It looks like we'll come over here. Looks like we got Vermont is not doing that great. Looks like everything's kind of for sale. Same thing over here. So one of the things that we may have to do is just throw in a big warehouse for these airports. And we'll make them both commercial goods, so that these people actually have places for folks to go. So we're going to continue the experiment for the air and these, ideals between industry planning and basically industry 4.0. See which one's better. 4.0 still seems to be better all around right now, especially when it comes to just industry. Alright? And the cool thing is we'll see which one of these guys fills up just as fast. Wow. Okay, so a lot of goods and services are already popping into here. 128 tons. compared to 22 tons. Alright. I'll buy that. I did put this one down first. Or did I? Not sure which one I put down first. Maybe I should have put it on pause when I did that. But it'll be okay. This episode's getting pretty long. But thank you for sticking around. We're looking to see if we can ease the air traffic. We did do that just by a smidge. By adjusting the outside connections. And we built this beautiful Aspen Launch Center with Observation Park. So we'll get that renamed as well. And we'll call it Aspen Observation Park. So AOP. Alright. And there we go. And we got folks living all around here. We got some folks down there. Commercial, got power to these guys. They're very independent for everything, so that works out great. And we're nowhere near our first launch, but it's been almost like 50 years or 30 years in order to finally get this built up. And you know, we're even getting tourists for these folks over here, and now we're back to making $200,000+ per week. So thank you for joining and enjoying this episode of Los Triplet Bay. Have a great day, have a great night, and talk to you then. Zoom.